Fortunately, they signed the woman to build a brand around. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Caitlin Clark. Instead, in the early Clark era, Nike stock has tanked over this span, and the CEO just got ousted. By the way, though Clark got famous around 22, if you want to buy her shoe, you could be waiting until 2026 or 2027.
Nike just dropped the ball big time. They fired their CEO, their stock's in the toilet, and now they're treating Caitlin Clark like she's yesterday's news. What's going on here? Is this another case of leadership mismanagement, or is there something deeper going on here? How can a huge international company's stock price shrink to half in less than 3 years? Let's break it down. Nike's not just having a bad day. They're in full-blown crisis mode. As of August 2024, their revenue is down 11% and profit down by 28% versus the prior year. That's not a typo, folks. A big international company is losing almost 30% profit compared to last year. And this is not just a one-year thing. Stock price of Nike is on fire sale, trading at a 50% discount compared to 3 years ago. Meanwhile, Adidas is over here flexing with a 10% revenue increase and almost doubling its profits compared to last year. How did Nike fumble this badly?
In summary, Nike lucked into the marketing chance of a generation, and they're using that to advertise old product. Why is it happening this way? Now here's the money. Based on conversations with people in the know, it indeed has something to do with the WNBA MVP and Nike athlete A'ja Wilson. But beyond Wilson, it's about the culture of the company that's more concerned with quelling noise rather than making it as Nike once used to.
But here's the thing. Could Nike's treatment of a rising star be the real reason behind this mess? I'm talking about Caitlin Clark, the phenom they're ignoring like she's invisible. Guess what, Nike? Your golden goose is right under your nose and you're too blind to see it. This isn't just about numbers, it's about recognizing talent when it's staring you in the face. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
Nike struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world are they ignoring her?
Caitlin Clark isn't just any rookie. She's a phenomenon that's rewriting the WNBA playbook. But here's the real shocker. Nike's treating her like a bench warmer. Why would a company desperate for a win sideline their hottest prospect? Let's break down the Caitlin Clark effect. This girl's not just good, she's setting the league on fire. We're talking 62 records broken in her rookie season, leading the league in three-pointers, assists, attendance, and fan engagement. Those aren't just numbers, folks. That's a statement. Clark's not playing basketball. She's conducting a symphony on the court.
At the start of this year's WNBA season, it was announced that Caitlin Clark signed a massive endorsement deal with Nike. This deal was for 8 years, $28 million with a signature sneaker included.
So, you'd think Nike would be all over this, right? Wrong. They signed her to an 8-year, $28 million deal. But where's the love? No signature shoe, no commercials, no promotional materials. It's like they've got a Ferrari in the garage and they opted to ride a bike. Let's be clear, there's nothing wrong riding a bike. But if your company is in trouble and you have a star on your hands, you use the star to the fullest extent. And get this, Clark's signature shoe might not hit shelves until 2026 or 2027. Are you kidding me? The WNBA may already be closed by then. It's not just bad business, it's a slap in the face to basketball fans everywhere.
There's out first, then we'll push Caitlin's 2 seasons. They're saying now that we might not get a signature shoe from Caitlin until 2026 or 2027.
But wait, it gets worse. Nike's not just sleeping on Clark, they're actively prioritizing other athletes over her. A'ja Wilson's getting the red carpet treatment while Clark's left waiting in the wings. Don't get me wrong, Wilson's a 3-time MVP, but are we really going to pretend Clark isn't the hottest thing in basketball right now? Rachel Demita, someone who knows a thing or two about sports marketing, dropped this truth bomb. If A'ja Wilson dropped a shoe and Caitlin Clark dropped a shoe today at the very same time, I think Caitlin Clark would outsell A'ja's shoe by 100 times. 100 times, people. That's not a margin. That's a gulf. And it's not just talk. Clark's jersey is flying off the shelves, leading sales in the league. Fans are voting with their wallets, but Nike's got their fingers in their ears. It's like they're allergic to money or something.
Let me speak for every one of those fans when I say I will put my time, my effort, my enjoyment into whatever makes me happy. I enjoy watching her play, and that makes me happy. That's what's called being a consumer. You get to buy what you want to purchase.
But here's where it really gets crazy. Clark isn't just popular, she's a viewership magnet. We're talking games averaging over 1 million viewers in the WNBA. Let that sink in. She's not just playing the game, she's changing it. She's got the potential to do for women's basketball what Tiger Woods did for golf. So why is Nike dropping the ball so hard? Are they so caught up in their corporate strategies that they can't see the gold mine right in front of them? Or is there something else going on here?
Since she has signed this contract, you guys, and her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoes. When Caitlin Clark was playing at Iowa, Nike ran ads about her. When she broke the record for the most points in NCAA scoring history for both the men and the women, Nike put up this huge billboard that's basically like, if you break it, you own it. And this was in Iowa. They had other ads and things that came out, but since then it has been crickets.
Jason Whitlock hit the nail on the head when he pointed out there's been no Nike commercial for Clark as a pro. This isn't just a missed opportunity. It's a full-blown marketing disaster. They've got one of the biggest stars in sports and they're treating her like she's invisible. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
This is insanity, what they're doing to Caitlin Clark. It's bad business, it's short-sighted.
Nike's not just dropping the ball, they made a shot. Missed it, grabbed their own rebound, and missed it again. Sound familiar? Remember when I said they were ignoring Caitlin Clark? Well, it gets worse. They're actively pushing someone else, and the reasoning behind it is mind-boggling. Let's talk about A'ja Wilson. Sure, she's a 3-time MVP, but Nike's decision to prioritize her over Clark is baffling fans and analysts alike. It's like they're stuck in the past, unable to see the future of women's basketball staring them right in the face.
Playing the politics where, oh, we need to release A'ja's shoe first. Well, no, it's not Caitlin's fault that you haven't done anything for A'ja yet. And maybe think about, why haven't you released something for A'ja yet? Is it because you're not sure how it will sell?
Ethan Strauss hit the nail on the head when he said, "The refusal to make money off Clark is not incidental to continued issues within that massive company." He's right. Nike's afraid of backlash for prioritizing a rookie over an established star. But here's the irony. They're creating backlash by not prioritizing Clark. The numbers don't lie, folks. Clark's jersey sales are crushing Wilson's. It's not even close. We're talking about a freshman outselling a 3-time MVP. That's not just impressive, it's unprecedented. But Nike's acting like they can't read a sales report.
She had the craziest momentum that we have ever seen with any athlete in the history of ever. And the fact that Nike did not capitalize on that, the fact that they are the biggest athletic sportswear brand in the world, and we didn't hear a peep out of them.
And get this, analysts are warning that Nike's stock could take another hit if they don't course correct. One analyst put it bluntly, if you're a Nike shareholder, that's got to be aggravating. There was free money on the ground. Free money, and Nike's stepping right over it. It's like there's a fire sale on Nike stocks right now. Think about it. Clark's not just a player. She's a phenomenon. She's changing the game, bringing in new fans, and generating buzz like nobody else in women's basketball right now. And Nike's response? A collective shrug. It's like they're stuck in some outdated playbook, unable to adapt to the changing landscape of women's sports. While they're busy playing it safe, they're missing out on a completely new fan base that is starting to tune into the WNBA. Clark proves people want to watch women's basketball, as long as it's exciting, athletic, competitive, and fun. None of that snooze fest we've seen over the years.
Is Caitlin Clark currently the face of the WNBA? Yes. Do I think if A'ja Wilson dropped a shoe and Caitlin Clark dropped a shoe today at the very same time, that Caitlin Clark would outsell A'ja's shoe by 100 times? Yes, I think that would be the case. The top selling WNBA player merch, Caitlin Clark, #1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4. We talked about
the clock's ticking, Nike. Clark isn't going to wait around forever. Other brands are watching, and they're not blind to her potential. If Nike doesn't wake up and smell the sneakers, they might find themselves on the outside looking in. Hold up. Remember when Jordan saved Nike from near bankruptcy in the 80s and 90s? History might be about to repeat itself. Clark's not just a player. She's a phenomenon that could rewrite Nike's future. But will they see it before it's too late? Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the game. she's redefining it. We're talking about a player who's not just breaking records, but shattering expectations. She's pulling in viewers like a magnet, turning casual fans into diehard supporters, and making women's basketball must-see TV. Sound familiar? It should, because we've seen this story before with names like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan.
Lined up.
Oh, yeah.
What Caitlin Clark has done for the game is generational, and I just, as a baller to a baller, I just want to say thank you to you, Caitlin Clark.
Absolutely.
For just lifting our game up, you and so many great players. But what you're doing, you're going to make all these women multimillionaires one day, like Tiger did, like Michael Jordan did, and we shouldn't hate on her. We should celebrate her, not tolerate her.
But here's the thing. Nike's treating Clark like she's just another name on the roster. Big mistake. Huge. We're witnessing the birth of a superstar. Wait, she's already a superstar. And Nike's acting like they've got better things to do. Let's break it down. Clark's games are pulling in over 1 million viewers on average. That's not just good for women's basketball. That's good for basketball, period. She's not just a player. She's a cultural phenomenon. And in case Nike's forgotten, that's exactly what they need right now. Think about it. Women's sports are exploding. The landscape is changing faster than Nike can lace up a pair of shoes. And right at the center of this revolution, Caitlin Clark. She's proof that women's sports can pull in big numbers, big crowds, and big money. But Nike's stuck in the past, playing it safe when they should be going all in.
Caitlin Clark drew 1.8 million viewers. A'ja Wilson drew 461,000. Stop it. It's not even close. And that's a difference of basically 4 times the amount of viewership.
And guess what? Other companies are watching. You think Adidas isn't licking their chops right now? They're probably drawing up contracts as we speak. If Nike doesn't wake up and smell the sneakers, they might find themselves on the outside looking in. Ethan Strauss nailed it when he called Nike's handling of Clark corporate malpractice. It's not just a missed opportunity, it's a potential game changer. Clark could be the face that launches 1,000 shoes, the name that brings in a whole new generation of fans. But instead, Nike's treating her like she's invisible. Clark's marketability isn't just speculation. It's cold, hard facts. Her jersey sales are through the roof. Her games are rating gold. She's pulling in crowds like nobody's business. And Nike? They're sitting on their hands.
How do you miss an opportunity like that? How do you not capitalize? It doesn't make any sense at all.
But it's not just about shoes or jersey sales. It's about vision. It's about recognizing a once-in-a-generation talent and having the guts to go all in. Nike's got a chance to rewrite their story, to turn their slump around and come out swinging. But the clock's ticking. So here's the million-dollar question. Will Nike wake up and realize they're sitting on a gold mine? Or will they continue their downward spiral, watching as other brands swoop in and snatch up the future of women's sports? The ball's in your court, Nike. Caitlin Clark's ready to play. Are you?
They don't want blowback by putting a Caitlin Clark ad out there. And they're dragging their feet on her signature shoe because of A'ja Wilson. Are you kidding me right now?
Nike's at a crossroads, and Caitlin Clark's holding the map. But here's the real question. Are we going to let some corporate suits tell us who our heroes should be? I don't think so. Look, Clark's not just a player. She's a game changer. She's pulling in millions of viewers, breaking records left and right, and making women's basketball must-see TV. And Nike's response? Crickets. It's time we made our voices heard. Share this video. Blow up their social media. Let Nike know we're watching. This isn't just about sneakers or contracts. It's about the future of women's sports. It's about recognizing talent when it's staring you in the face. Remember, Clark's not just outselling A'ja Wilson. She's redefining the game. Nike's got a chance to turn things around, but the clock's ticking. The ball's in your court, Nike. Don't drop it again. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.